The Lord made a way for me. Oh, 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 oh. The Lord made a way for me. The Lord's truly been good to me. He's been good. He's been good. Alexandria is where it all began. You remember that?
Yes. Remember, listen, last time we came here, it was just me and you. I was pregnant with Kate. We was on the train.
Y'all, the fish, they sold out of the fish food. They can only eat so much or they're going to end up like me.
Police are investigating a shooting in Mississippi involving a Pineville pastor and his wife.
Gabrielle Purnell is a 27-year-old woman who dedicated her life to being a homemaker and caregiver for her 3 children. She was the wife of Danny Purnell Jr., a 25-year-old senior pastor at Bright Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church in Pineville, Louisiana. Gabrielle was known for her deep devotion to her children, always putting their well-being first. Her strength and resilience shone through in her unwavering support for her family, and she stood firmly by her husband's side. Their journey began as a romantic relationship, and after several years, they married. Their love story started long before Danny took on the role of pastor during his time as a deputy with the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office. Over time, their bond grew stronger as they faced life's challenges together, supporting one another through both personal and professional endeavors. As Danny transitioned from a law enforcement officer to a spiritual leader, Gabrielle was a constant pillar of strength and encouragement beside him. Their shared experiences and deep connection played a significant role in shaping Danny's spiritual journey and his role as a pastor.
If you wait on him, if you wait on him, I promise you he's coming. If you wait on him, I promise you he gonna make sense. See, you still tripping because you lost your job. You still tripping and disappointed and mad because y'all broke up and you don't understand it. And you still driving by his house checking to see if there's another car there. Yeah. You still hurt. You still in your feelings. You still all on Facebook telling your mama, telling your daddy, telling everybody how he hurt you. You still see things for where they are now. But tell somebody, just hang on a little while and live a little bit longer, and it's going to all make sense. When he get exposed, it's going to all make sense why God didn't want you with him.
Together, they embarked on a new chapter in their lives as husband and wife, forming a partnership rooted in love, trust, and a shared commitment to their faith. Their devotion to each other was evident to the congregation of Bright Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church, where their story of love and faith inspired many. However, behind closed doors, the reality of their relationship was far different, and a tragic chain of events would eventually bring the hidden truth to light. On June 21st, 2023, Macomb police were called to the Hampton Inn and Suites in Macomb, Mississippi, after reports of a shooting. When officers arrived at the scene, they discovered an adult female and male lying on the first floor hallway of the hotel.
According to our sister station, WLBT, last night, 2 people, including the pastor of Bright Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church, Danny Purnell Jr., were taken to the hospital after a shooting at a hotel in Macomb, Mississippi. The Macomb Police Department shared that Purnell is a suspect, claiming he shot himself after shooting his wife. Their conditions are not known at this time. According to Macomb PD, the pair had several children as well who were placed in CPS custody.
The victim was identified as 27-year-old Gabrielle Purnell, who suffered gunshot wounds to her stomach and arm, all while her 3 children were present. She was rushed to a local hospital and remained hospitalized. Her husband, 25-year-old pastor Danny Purnell Jr., had also been shot, suffering a gunshot wound to the right side of his abdomen. He was taken to a local hospital for treatment and later released into police custody. A representative from the Hampton Inn and Suites in Macomb declined to comment, but a photo shows police tape towels, a pillow, and what appears to be blood in the hallway on the first floor of the hotel. Just 2 days before the shooting, Purnell shared a post on Facebook where he admitted to his flaws, but expressed that he was still favored by God. He wrote, "I may not be a perfect man, but I'll always be a family man." The young pastor, who maintained a very active presence on social media, said he was often told he was wise beyond his years. He remarked, "At the age of 25, I often hear that I'm far beyond my years. However, I never get satisfied with where I am. I'm constantly looking for more. People with small minds will keep you locked up into what can fit into their heads. The God I serve doesn't have a limit, and I'm staying faithful because I know my cup shall run over." Earlier that same month, in a post celebrating his wife's birthday and one of their children's birthdays, Pastor Purnell called her his queen and the woman that I love and owe my life to. He said, "First, let me say to my queen, my wife, the woman that I love and owe my life to, I love you so much, and I'm grateful God has allowed you another year. I've watched your growth on all levels, and you're a great mother, wife, and my best friend. I'm proud to be your husband because you are a woman of class, discretion, integrity, and most importantly, you're a woman of God. I pray God continues to allow you many more birthdays because I honestly do not know what I'd do without you." He also alluded to personal struggles and his journey of self-improvement. He shared on social media about the pain of losing his father to the prison system when he was around 10 years old and being raised by his grandmother. He posted about facing rejection from his peers and dealing with challenges in his marriage, but emphasized his ability to overcome them. As Gabrielle fought for her life in the hospital, an investigation into the couple's past uncovered a history of both physical and emotional abuse. Despite the public image of a story filled with faith and love, behind closed doors, their relationship was deeply scarred by violence. In 2016, Gabrielle made the difficult decision to file a petition for protection from abuse against her husband, Danny, in Rapids Parish. In her petition, she bravely spoke out, describing the constant beatings and threats to her life she had suffered. She stated, "I've been constantly getting beaten by my husband, and I fear for the life of myself and my unborn child." Neighbors and friends later came forward, revealing that they had witnessed frequent arguments and heard loud, violent fights between the couple. Some reported seeing Danny brandish firearms and making terrifying threats toward Gabrielle. While the couple appeared to present a picture-perfect image online, the reality of their relationship was far darker and filled with pain. The close-knit community of Pineville, Louisiana, was left in shock and grief after the incident involving their beloved pastor. Church members, friends, and neighbors struggled to understand how such a horrific crime could be committed by a man who was supposed to be a pillar of strength and faith in the community. As news outlets covered the incident, authorities launched an investigation to uncover the motive behind the shooting.
Police told me today that 25-year-old Danny Purnell Jr. is facing a count each of aggravated domestic violence, disturbing a business, and disorderly conduct. Those charges stem from a shooting at a Macomb, Mississippi Hampton Inn hotel on June 21st. Police say Purnell shot his wife while there with his children. We obtained the photo of the crime scene you see on your screen from our media partners at the Enterprise Journal. Now, Chief Cloy would not say why Purnell was not charged with attempted murder or other more serious charges and said the investigation is ongoing. We know Purnell survived his injuries, is in the custody at the Pike County Sheriff's Office, and his wife is still in the hospital in stable condition. The couple's children were placed in Child Protective Services custody after the shooting. We're also learning some new information about prior allegations of domestic violence against his wife through some documents we found in the Rapids Parish Courthouse. In 2016, his wife filed a petition for a protective order against Purnell and said that the petition detailed instances where Purnell was violent with her, saying, quote, "I've been constantly getting beaten by my husband and I fear for the life of myself and my unborn child." She goes on to say that Purnell often pointed guns and threatened to kill her. We also learned that Purnell was also briefly employed by the Rapids Parish Sheriff's Office. RPSO told us today that Purnell was assigned to the Corrections Division in June of 2022 before he resigned in December that same year.
In a shocking turn of events, despite the severity of the situation, Danny Purnell Jr. was released from prison. He remains active on social media, where he recently posted about his children. Purnell has transitioned into working as a truck driver and continues to stay involved in the church. His social media presence reflects his ongoing engagement as he posts images of himself at church and shares messages about keeping the faith and staying positive.
I sit down through the years. The Lord's been good to me. Oh, he's been good, y'all. God's been good to
development has left many in the community and beyond questioning how the situation has unfolded. Gabrielle Purnell's tragedy serves as a reminder of the devastating impact of domestic violence and the critical need to address mental health issues in society. The incident raised important questions about the role of faith in coping with personal struggles and highlighted the urgent need for better awareness and support systems for abuse victims. The heartbreak and emotional toll on the Purnell family, especially on the children who were forced to witness the horrifying incident, became a central focus of concern and empathy. These young minds were left traumatized, dealing with the aftermath of the violence that occurred right in front of them. The incident acted as a wake-up call for the community, sparking widespread discussions on how to identify the warning signs of domestic violence. People began to realize the critical need for more proactive measures to help those in abusive situations. Public forums, awareness campaigns, and educational programs were created to educate people about the subtle signs of domestic violence and how they could offer support to victims.